Hey everyone, this is the Motormouth Mike McMillan, and I'm with David Taggart in his 1966 Pontiac Catalina. And just tell me a little bit about it, David, how you got it, what you plan on doing with it, and just anything like that.
I picked it up about 5 years ago. Found it in a classic scrap yard. Been sitting for about 20 years, and brought it home, stripped her all down, and did all the work myself. You know, I might say I'm a cheap Irishman. If I don't fix it, it doesn't get fixed. You know. But anyway, I went and redid the body. I've painted the car about, I think it's 8 times now, and I'm still not happy with it. And these bubble skirts, I made those out of a camper top that I had in the back of the garage. I was going to make them out of steel, but then I saw what the price of steel was going for, and I spotted the camper top in the back, and I measured it out, and it happened to be just a little bit short of what I wanted. But when I compared the price of steel to the having this stuff already, I went ahead and made them out of this.
Now, is that something that would have originally come with the car, or is that just kind of something you...
Custom.
Oh, okay.
Pure custom, yeah. That's when I took the door handles off and everything else, and I put a power antenna in it, and I redid the entire interior in it, rebuilt the engine, the whole drivetrain, through the brake system and everything else. You know, it's a beautiful running car. I just want to get that paint job better than it looks. You know, in the pictures it'll look good, but when people come up to it and they look right into it, they can see the blemishes in it.
And I'll tell you, it's a cool looking car though.
Oh, I get a lot of compliments from it. You know, I'm going up to Michigan in August for the Dream Cruise they have up there. And I was debating which vehicle I was going to take up. But since the paint job come out like it did, it kind of made up my mind for me. I'm going to take the hot rod instead of this one.
Now you'll have to tell me about this hot rod over here, because this is definitely one of the most unique classic cars I've seen. And basically I don't think you've decided yet what you're going to call it, but it's basically an S-10.
I don't have an actual name for it. I was going to call it a Mountain Woody. What caused me to do this, I got friends that come up from Florida and family come down from Michigan, and then we all piled into a rented van or something to go up into the mountains with. And so I decided I'd build something that they could all climb into, and yet hopefully would draw some attention. And what I tell everybody about this vehicle is a product of a 6-pack and a Sawzall. So I had it as a regular pickup truck, a hot rod truck, but nobody looked at it. So one day I was sitting out in the Florida room having a cold beer, wondering what I could do to it to make a difference. And when the smoke cleared, this is what I had.
So inside here it looks like there's a small seating area.
Yeah, it'll hold 5 people back here. And it's all carpeted. And I got cup holders I made out of wood and everything else. Everything is all handmade. You know, I tell everybody, God provided, but He let me do all the work. And when I get the idea, I go ahead and do it. It's not pre-planned.
This is definitely one of the coolest vehicles. I mean, just so much attention to detail.
I've got about 17 different vehicles tied up into this. The fenders are off of utility trailers. The headlights are from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And all the wood's from Lowe's. The interior's all out of an 89 Plymouth Acclaim. It's got an LT1 Corvette engine in it. The grill is a 1970 Mercedes. And I made the hood. You know, I looked for different hoods, but I couldn't find anything that would actually go on there decently, so I made my own hood. And this window and everything is all off that camper top I told you about that I made the fender skirts out of.
So you really just kind of utilized everything that you could from that. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you, if I can find a use for it, I put it to use. I made these out of reflectors and then wired them up so they actually work as third brake lights and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. As you were backing it out, there's all those light up.
Yeah, and then I've got the other lights, the coach lights. They'll come on along with the running lights. You know, and I've also got all the windows are trimmed in red lights, and I've got it wired with 110 volts inside. So I put a inverter in there, and then I light up all the lights inside the windows and everything at night.
Oh, that is
It really
cool.
gives it a nice cast, you know.
And this is just a convertible top?
Yeah, I cut the top off, and then after I cut the top off, I got the idea of dropping the windshield and bending the top, but it was too late. I already cut the top off it. So I had a boat company make this top for me. That's about the only thing I didn't do was this top. It was, I had it done.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, and but since I've had to do a lot of modifying to it, because when I got it back, first rain I was into it, I got drenched. And I've also got a hydrogen cell that I built. This is all hand built. That mixes with my fuel. And I haven't been able to really test the system out yet. It works. It from the studies that I've done on it, it should give me anywhere from 20 to 40% better gas mileage. And if I can figure out a way to get enough voltage going through there and not a lot of amperage, I could theoretically take this off of gasoline altogether.
Wow.
And drive it on
just
hydrogen.
pure hydrogen.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's already been done. It's already been proven. It's been done.
Wow.
In fact, the hydrogen that this system produces is called Brown's gas. And it was the guy named Brown was the one who did it. He made a Model T run. And J. Paul Getty had commissioned the guy to do some alternative fuels. And when he came up with this situation, J. Paul Getty scrapped it because he was in oil. You know, and he doesn't want hydrogen, but you can just go to a lake and pick up a gallon of water, you know, because that's basically all it is, that and baking soda.
So that's not just some kind of cheeky thing you built, that's actually
that's an actual working situation. If you want, I can pull that top off. I'll show you how it runs, how it works. I've got a pulse width modulator built into the dash, which I can adjust the frequency and the amperage to the unit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah, let me take a quick minute and pull this apart and show you.
And this is the hydrogen fuel cell inside. He's going to start it up and we're going to see it work.
And when I adjust the meter in here, see how it's gaining now? It's getting faster.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I can slow it down. The big bubbles are oxygen, and the small bubbles are hydrogen.
I don't know if you can see this too well, but this thing's really fizzing.
Yeah, but it's still not enough that I can actually get the whole thing to run on just hydrogen without the use of gasoline. You know, but I'm working on that. If I can find a way to do it. There was a fella, his name was Myers, he did it, and he used a Volkswagen, and he had it working perfectly. And it was in the form of a throttle body
fuel injection?
Fuel injector, yeah. And all you had to do is hook that thing up to it with a water supply, and it made a 4-cylinder engine run, all on hydrogen only. What I read about it, he was offered $2 billion from Saudi Arabian prince, and he flatly refused. He said no. He says, I want it for the people. He wound up being poisoned. He died a couple of weeks later. He had a twin brother who disappeared. He just got out of it, he's gone. And then mysteriously his house was broken into and everything he had was stolen. So I don't want to get into that kind of situation, to be honest with you. But if I can get this thing working, I would be very one happy camper.
Well, that is definitely cool.
Yeah, it's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of people out there that have tried it and they've been very unsuccessful. You know, in fact, I was talking to a guy here the other day. He spent $450 for a kit. I got about 40 bucks tied up in this. You know, just the materials, and then I did all my own building. No, actually, I've been. That's not right. I paid 70 bucks for the pulse width modulator. And I got about $40 tied up into this. And all it is a pressure cooker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she does work. I've taken and I let this system build up to 60 pounds of pressure, and with the engine idling, and then I open up the valve, and the RPMs pick right up. So I know that it works. You know, I just need to get more of it in there to really make it beneficial. But since I've turned it into a coach, I get people leaving notes on the windshield how much they like it and everything. You know, makes a person feel good.
Yeah, really.
You know, because I mean, I just wanted something to do to get me away from the television set. And so I just started chopping up cars. And this is what I come up with.
Well, thanks so much, David, for showing me. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate you coming out and showcasing this for me.